G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here, and you may not know this, but we are currently in the middle of No Meat May. So you little fuckers at home better not be eating any meat, or you're gonna upset some very skinny, malnourished individuals. If you didn't know what No Meat May is, it's a challenge where the most boring, just fucking annoying people on earth only eat plant products for a whole month. Because the environment and other things that I couldn't give a fuck about when it comes to dinner time. But hey, you know what? Each to their own. And I actually have a challenge coming up for this June. It's called, hey fuckface, why don't you just eat meat and veggies this June? You'll lose weight, you'll get healthier, and you won't be a whinging piece of shit. Life's all about moderation. So, shut the fuck up. It's a working title, it's a bit long, but you get where I'm coming from. Anyway, the reason for this video is a particular study that No Meat May did. They surveyed 1,000 Australians and they found that 75% of them would rather die than give up meat. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this country. We are a very funny country, and I have evidence as to how funny we fucking are with this compilation of the most ridiculous reasons for people calling ambulances in Australia's history.
In the 12 months prior to 31 March this year, New South Wales Ambulance received the calls for the following: 1,036 calls for people complaining about constipation.
Hey, being blocked up can be fucking traumatizing, but how much blockage is going on in your guts for you to need emergency help? There must be months of no shitting. Are you just waddling around coughing up bits of shit and you think, holy fuck, I've tried everything. I've tried laxative, I've tried enemas, I've tried fucking watching Freely's videos. I've tried everything that usually gives people the shits and I still can't shit. 000? I can't shit. Help!
662 calls for an emergency ambulance for a toothache. 215 calls for an earache. 167 calls for boils.
Surely you can make it to the doctors if you got a bad boil. But maybe this boil is more than just a bad boil. Maybe it's a demonic boil. Maybe it's whispering evil nothings to you throughout the evening. You should start an OnlyFans. Your family will still respect you. Evil lies! That's when you need to call an ambulance.
157 calls from people who couldn't sleep.
Fucking what?
And even 16 calls to 000 for hiccups.
Hey, I've had the hiccups for like 10 minutes once and I thought my life was going to end. We're a real different species down under. We won't call the ambulance if you fucking get bitten by a giant spider or a snake's up your ass, but I tell you what you will do, if you can't sleep, if you've had too much coffee but you still can't shit, if you've got a big boil on your back trying to convince you to give your credit card information to it, things like that, that's when we'll call an ambulance. Not when we're about to die, but just for fucking stupid shit. And the point of me bringing up all of that type of stuff is you understand the type of people that Australians are. We're fucking hilarious. And we are that hilarious that we would rather die than give up meat. But did you know that meat is toxic masculinity? According to Pink News, the amazing website that has given you such brilliant pieces of journalism like these. Vagina Museum to reopen with a history of periods. Kids cartoon Bluey criticised for not having disabled or queer or poor or gender diverse dogs of colour. Homophobia and racism is fucking rampant on the set of Neighbours, actors claim. Demi Lovato feels too queer to be with a cis man after calling off her wedding. I felt the sense of relief. Call the ambulance. Intersex activist lives as a man rather than a woman because men get so much more respect. Yes, great article. That one I enjoyed. It's actually about me. And then this one. Queer dominatrix teaching women how to kick men in the balls in the wake of the Sarah Everard murder. Okay, my point being is this website is fucking ridiculous. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't read it. Nearly 3/4 of men would rather literally die than give up masculine meat.
Give your meat a good old rub. Yeah, boy.
Toxic masculinity has reared its ugly head again in a new poll which showed almost 3/4 of men would choose to die a whole decade earlier than giving up meat. Men enjoying meat is not toxic masculinity. It's delicious masculinity. The Australian survey was commissioned by No Meat May, a group that encourages people to give up meat for a month, climate change, global food scarcity, health problems and other boring shit. The poll, which included 1,000 respondents, found that almost 50% of participants thought meat as a masculine undertaking. I guess maybe it is. I mean, I know when I have my mates around, it's nice to have a barbecue and sit around and enjoy meat. Maybe that is sort of akin to back in the day, people going out hunting and coming back and enjoying a big successful meal after a hunt. Whilst, at the same campfire, all the vegos and the vegans that are a part of the tribe eat their little berries and compare the size of their pubic hairs. So who the fuck gives a shit if eating meat is toxic? I do not care, Pink News. I'm going to continue eating meat because it's a good thing to do with your mates. And here's this is going to blow your mind. I also have been known to eat meat with women. I fucking know. And you know what? If you're a lady and you have your period bits happening, alright, it's a great thing to eat because all that iron's just flowing out of you, out of your evil canals. Fucking meat. So I guess that's toxic femininity as well. Or maybe you cunts are the toxic ones. The ones who refuse to eat meat and whinge about eating meat and then complain to everyone about other people eating meat. Maybe you're the toxic ones. One 2018 study found that men routinely incorporate red meat to preempt the negative emotional states caused by threats to masculinity. What type of scientist is trying to look at men who are trying to conquer people attacking their masculinity by eating meat? Who the fuck draws conclusions like that? When Burger King released their plant-based Impossible Whopper, men even panicked about the soy protein causing them to spontaneously grow breasts. Well, to be fair, I once ate a Brussels sprout and grew 2 clits. So, science. A meat-free lifestyle is not the only way to save the planet that men think of as feminine. In 2019, researchers who have way too much time on their hands found that straight men perceive using a reusable shopping bag as a feminine act and would avoid recycling for fear of looking gay. That is actually a fair point raised by Pink News. I once broke down a cardboard box that someone sent to me in the mail that contained goods that I purchased. And you know what happened when I went out to my recycling bin and put the cardboard box in it? I immediately received a large penis in my ass. That's a true story. Is this shit fucking satire? Pink News, are you satire? Ladies and gentlemen, hot tip. If you're a man, eat meat. If you're a woman, eat meat. Who gives a fuck, alright? Just do not get caught recycling by anybody because then the next day you will spontaneously suck 45 dicks. And just know this, everyone at Pink News, every single day before they start work, before they even pour a coffee, gets a big soy milk enema. That's what they get up to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you chunk a big slice of an animal on your plate tomorrow and be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Oh my God, things are falling apart. It was my little chalkboard. Did you know this chalkboard is here because in my first videos, if you go back to them, there was a chalkboard on the fridge. That's why it's there. If you didn't know, and now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Keep it moist. Toodaloo. Au revoir. Bye.
Hit it, boys.
G'day, you good motherfuckers. How are ya?